Tampa, Florida. It's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bucs take over.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he threw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The quarterback taken down and set.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Their own 38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Operating from the gun. Lehman. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Lehman's pass.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some more.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
By the Lions.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make the...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, what?
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
the quarterback.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped, looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeffrey.
Oh, my goodness.
Here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings.
We'll be throwing the ball away.
From our defense here on the road early. They
can't even throw the ball.
They were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lehman. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lehman. And he's going to go down again. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
It ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The ball carrier.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
39-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up
From the gun, Lehman. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
42-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Lehman. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Lehman. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Lehman. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And he gets us down inside the 35 before go.
There you go.
Going out of bounds.
I know.
No, they stopped.
Man, come on.
Shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Lehman's pass.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Carry on Johnson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Lehman. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
T.J. Hockenson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
The pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hines. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun now on third down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Brings up third.
The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. No gain on the play there, second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 28-yard.
The kick by Maher is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The final shot before break. Lehman, open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, Lehman. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down to the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A gain of 12.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. They run again with Hines. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Intercepted by the Lions.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines.
Hines, the ball carrier.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 26.
On first down, it's Hines. And he'll be out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think Electron ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. A whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
To throw on second down. Lehman. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the gun, Lehman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. Second and 7. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette.
Oh, come on, man.
Signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Lions 23.
Back now in Tampa.
16.
It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
On for the extra point.
No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know what?
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lehman. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin the drive with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Some good gains going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Here's Hines. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Tie game,
Come on, man. What are you
and they're
doing?
going for this thing on 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go with a keeper. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second and a yard at the 21-yard line.
On second down now, it's Hines, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And he's got it up and through. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He gets this complete to Cephas. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Gain of 23 yards. And the Lions.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. 1:12 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. That catch good for only a couple. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And 8 yards.
And the throw there going to to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
I think she's doing scales at this point. I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense.
Come
And maybe a
on, man.
measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
36.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close.